Please be aware that the comments, views, opinions shared on this podcast are not meant to diagnose a medical problem and/or legal problem. If you do have a medical problem or legal problem, kindly contact a professional.
Welcome to An Apple a Day, a podcast, a resource, a community. Share your experiences and learn from others as we overcome barriers and learn to live a happy, healthy life with a disability. Welcome to the community. Here's your host, Jimmy Apple.
Hey, here we are. Welcome to another episode of An Apple a Day. I'm your host, Jimmy Apple. Hey, An Apple a Day is brought to you by www.famousapple.com. Famousapple.com is the home site for this podcast. So if you get a minute, go over there, check it out. And while you're there, go to the Contact Us page. Press the button on that page and leave me a voicemail right through the microphone on your computer. Tell me you love me. Tell me you hate me. Tell me you love the podcast. Tell me you hate the podcast. Tell me anything, and I'll answer you. That's right. So go over to www.famousapple.com. Also, while you're searching the web, go check out our group page on Facebook. That's www.facebook.com/groups/disabled living. The name of the group is Living with a Disability. You're going to like it over there too. Nice group of people. Some conversations going on. Who knows? Maybe you'll make a lifelong friend over there. I'm on the page all the time. So join in the conversations. How you doing today, my friends? You feeling good? You feeling strong? You feeling better than you did yesterday? I hope so. Are you eating right? Are you doing your exercises? You're moving around a little bit, getting that blood flowing? It's very important. Very, very, very important. Make sure you're getting fresh air in your lungs too. And keep socializing. Socialize on the computer, on the phone. Just keep yourself socially distant from other people. Remember, our immune systems are weaker than others. So keep yourself safe out there. Hey, I got a good guest on the podcast today. Her name is Lisa Cole. She's from the National Ataxia Foundation. She's going to tell us a story. She's 53 years old. She did not know that she was carrying the ataxia gene until she was 40 years old. Can you imagine that? Going 40 years, having this gene inside of you, not knowing that you have it, and all of a sudden it decides to break out and bam, it knocks you on your ass. It starts affecting it. For her, it started affecting the way she walked, the way she could hold herself up, but it didn't affect her mind. It didn't affect her speech. She's an accountant. The woman is an accountant. Very, very bright, very brave, very strong woman. And I want you to meet her. And besides that, even though she has this disease herself, she's so interested in helping other people that she organizes these fundraisers for the National Ataxia Foundation. She's a group leader. She talks to people. She helps them to come to terms with the disease themselves. She's just a fantastic woman. And I want to tell you about this walk and roll to cure ataxia event that she's doing on Saturday, May 16, 2020. So at the end of this podcast, listen for the information because you'll be able to join her on Facebook Live. And you'll be able to buy raffle tickets and for good prizes, not for stuffed animals or pictures, dust collectors. I'm talking about gift certificates to Panera Bread or to the Olive Garden, the Bass Pro Shops, my friends, Bass Pro Shops. So we're not talking about rinky-dink things here. We're talking about the real deal. So you want to wait at the end of the podcast. You want to get this contact information, and I'll tell you what. I'm going to give it to you right now, and you can get it again at the end of the podcast. You can get a hold of Lisa for more information about all of this by calling her at 772-370-3041, or you can email her at Lisa Cole Ataxia. That's LISACOLEATAXIA @gmail.com. Now, at 9 o'clock, Lisa's going to be on Facebook Live. And you can participate with Lisa by doing a walk on your own and documenting it with pictures and videos. Before this pandemic, they usually all met in a big group. There was hundreds of people that would do this walk for ataxia to raise awareness. But now they have to do it virtually. So they're looking for as many people as they can to get involved. And everyone wants to get out of the house and get some exercise. Here's the perfect thing to get involved with. Take some pictures. Hopefully it'll be a beautiful day, but it's rain or shine. Then at 11:30, they're going to have the raffle announcements. And you can purchase raffle tickets to this fine event by going to www.ataxia.org/walktc. That's www.ataxia.org/walktc. Or you can purchase tickets by texting treasure to 91999. That's treasure to 91999. She's making it so easy for you to get in touch. Or you can also text Ataxia Walk TC to 71777. That's Ataxia Walk TC to 71777. So it's called the Walk and Roll to Cure Ataxia for the National Ataxia Foundation. A good cause. But right now, I want to introduce you to Lisa. She's, like I said, she's a very, very, very nice woman. And she's full of information about the disease itself. And think about this yourself. You may have the gene inside of you. You may not even know it. You might have the gene inside of you. She didn't know it. She didn't know it until family members came down with the disease. And even then, she didn't believe it. But eventually, it hit her. And when it hit her like a rock. But just imagine it was you. Now, I'm going to tell you this. There's only 150,000 cases in the U.S. That's just in the U.S. Now, if you remember a couple of weeks ago, I spoke to Mark and Courtney, and they were in Ontario, Canada. And they were talking about ataxia also. But this is worldwide. So in the U.S., there's 150,000 cases. Worldwide, no one knows how many cases there actually are. But people are living in the shadows because there's such a small group. It's a big disease, but it's a small group of people that have it, that knowingly have it right now. And think about yourself. Wouldn't you want to know that you're not the only one out there with this disease, that there's other people that can sympathize with you and that you can sympathize with? There's that old saying, misery loves company. It's better to know that you're not alone. Without further ado, I want to introduce you to my new friend, Lisa Cole from National Ataxia Foundation. Okay, we're here with my friend Lisa Cole from the National Ataxia Foundation. Lisa, how are you doing today? How's everything going? Now,
wonderful.
This ataxia, I know it's a disease that affects the brain. How does it physically affect the body?
What happens, what I've noticed for myself, was that my walking, the gait, they kept saying the gait. It's how you're balancing, you lose balance, your coordination is off, and the speed, swallowing. Well, my swallowing is okay right now, which I'm fine. I'm happy about that. But your fine motor skills. What I notice a lot is when you're typing on a keyboard, good thing there's a backspace or a delete button because your fingers have a mind of its own. They like they hit the F button and hits it twice or hit the number key a couple times. So you just have to delete it out. It's a lot of typing. So there's your fine motor skills.
Now,
but the main thing is walking and balance, too.
You're saying your gait. Is that what someone else explained it, that you walk almost like you're intoxicated?
Yes, your balance is off. When you're walking, yes, like you're drunk or intoxicated. People think, even though a lot of people don't drink, they get accused of being drunk.
Well,
and that's embarrassing.
I know it has something to do with the cerebellum, but does it mentally affect you that you can't function mentally? Ataxia?
Not mentally. See, I can't say that for me because I've been in accounting. I'm an accountant for 22 years now.
Wow.
And so the brain, I still have to think. I sit on a chair all day, so that helps. And then if my office, my file cabinets and doors, whatever I bounce, it's not like, I'm fine with that if I bounce off the walls and stuff like that.
So,
But,
so you're
no,
no,
it's not the brain.
so you're no more crazy than the rest of us.
Excuse me?
I said you're no more crazy than the rest of us. No, I mean, I don't mean to be rude,
The
but
body doesn't cooperate.
right, all right. So it's just something that it's affecting, like you said, the motor skills. It doesn't affect.
Yes.
It doesn't. Oh, that's cool. Now this may sound funny, but can this be transferred from person to person?
No. See, I know more about mine. It's genetic. It's hereditary. So it's a gene. Obviously, I was born with it, but it didn't mutate until in my 40s. But it's a gene. So, no, it cannot be passed from person to person. Only in your family, it's hereditary.
So it would have to be passed from like a parent to a child.
Yes.
Okay. Do you know the percentage of people that suffer from this disease?
I know there's about 150,000 in the U.S., approximately. Only in the U.S. There are more, but you got to count, Europe, India, all the other places in the world as well.
So it's not.
But no, I do not know.
So it's not real. Not that I'm making light of it, but it's not that big of a disease. I mean, it's a tremendous disease, but it's not that big of a disease when you think about it in terms of like the population. Right?
Correct. Right. Just like the one county that I live in has like 170,000 at one time population.
Uh-huh.
So just picture 150,000 people in the U.S. that has it. Yeah.
Is there a cure for it?
There's no cure. We're just keep on doing fundraisers, awareness to help get the word out, what ataxia is.
But is there any hope for a cure for it?
Yes, there's hope. There's lots, yes.
So
there's positivity, yes.
I know there's always hope for everything, but I mean, like, are they working on anything that you know of?
Oh, constantly. Research is going on every minute, every day, I hear. And see, when the genes are found out, which gene there was, we can get a little more specific on what gene is causing the issues. But, yes, there's research going on many specific genes, and there's one going on right now. I'll be doing a support group meeting tomorrow on another one that's going on tomorrow as well.
Really?
Yeah, and doctors are happy. They're open up again now. For a month there, they couldn't see anybody, but now they need to get a couple more subjects, people. I'm sorry, not subjects. A couple more people to help with their research.
You said yours came out in your 40s, right?
Yeah.
Did you know before this that you had the gene, that you were carrying the gene for this? No,
in the early 90s, I guess I was in my 20s. I don't know. I'm not that old. I'm only 53. So
you're younger than me.
In the 90s, early 90s, my brother, my father, and my aunt all were asked to go to a study because they were showing signs of ataxia. And that's the last time I've ever really heard of it. So when you're young and as a kid, you don't pay attention to that stuff. So I went on with my life. And it was just in 2013, I really complained. It came out. It's like the gene, they call it a mutation. The gene mutated. And that's when my father was in New Jersey in the nursing home, and I was going up there. It's when stress happens. It brings it out. So I got hit with it.
Well,
and
you said
my family. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm sorry. You said there's signs. What kind of signs were there?
The walking. Okay. Before mine came out, it was my walking. And when I shut my eyes, I felt like I was swaying. So I didn't think of the word ataxia or anything like that. I kept going to an ENT, and that ENT kept treating me for vertigo. And then when I finally asked for the office visit note, it said chronic anxiety. about it. And then I finally, like four or 5 years later, I did go to I was on a stress test. That's what it was. I was on a stress test and I almost fell.
Wow.
And he says, you better get that checked out. And so I thought it was my knees, and I went to an orthopedic. And you go to all these different doctors. And I went to an orthopedic, and he said, it's not your knees. I think you need to go to a neurologist. Then he sent me to a neurologist, one here local. And he never had an ataxia patient because it's very rare, but sent me elsewhere to an ataxia neurologist. And they go by your family history, MRIs for the hereditary one that I have. And sure enough, that's what I have. That's what I got diagnosed with in 2013.
And now, being that it's so rare, there can't be that many doctors that are actually involved with ataxia, are there?
Excuse me?
Being that the disease itself is kind of rare, 150,000 cases, there can't be that many doctors that specialize in ataxia.
No, on that ataxia.org website, they do have a list of a few neurologists in each of the states. And in the state of Florida, you know how big Florida is, there are 2 listed.
Really?
Yes. So I know they're far away. I do go to one that's 3 hours away. So I only go there once a year since there's no cure. But just in case they have research going on, I'm in the system, and that all can happen. That helps.
Wow, this amazes me. Now I did the interview a few weeks back with the other group with the ataxia,
Yeah.
and I've been doing a lot of reading on it. And it was your organization I was doing the reading in, and this just amazes me that this is there. I never heard of ataxia until about 2 months ago, to be honest with you.
This is the work. This is great. This is awareness. Now we're getting elsewhere.
It definitely is. I'm like the audience I deal with is people who are disabled, and they've become disabled either at birth or by accidents at work, and people that I've spoke to, they've never heard of it, but now they do. They do know about it, and I even have people that are questioning whether or not they have it. It's amazing. It's amazing, and I'm forwarding information from your organization to other people. It's
wonderful. Thank you.
It's amazing. It's just I know for myself. I've seen people, and I've often wondered if they were drunk. To be honest with you, I know that's terrible, but now after reading this, I'm wondering if they have ataxia.
Yes, I do explain, because ataxia is so rare. A lot of people didn't hear of it. I work on awareness, and I do ask them if they've heard of ALS, Parkinson's. I don't have the tremors with Parkinson's.
Right.
So it's like the familiar. It's hard to say the word, but it falls under the umbrella of it helps because it's a neurological disease.
Exactly. Now, your organization, the National Ataxia Fund, what's the mission of the organization itself? Is it awareness, or do they do research themselves, or?
They don't do the research themselves. They help the lives of people that are affected by it. They support an education of it. Yes, there's fundraisers. Their website obviously is expensive.
Really?
Yes, I don't use it for the support group meetings. But no, they help do the fundraising for research and get grants and things like that. And they deal with the doctors. They're not the doctors or themselves. Obviously, it's expensive what's going on, but it's an organization that's out there to help people with ataxia.
So they're more or less helping people accept what's going on.
Yes, they do have quite a bit of like videos, exercises we could do, and help for help with treatments. Let people know ahead of what's in the pipeline, they call it. what helps, what's going on with researchers, and what ideas and innovations that are happening at this time.
Well, I know.
And there's the search for a cure, and yeah,
I know some
constantly.
people that are disabled, and some of the people that I deal with, that I talk to, they feel like they're in the shadows. And I would think that an organization like yours helps people step out of the shadows and gives them
Hope.
hope. Exactly, that there's other people, they're not alone. And
Right. Yeah. Hope.
now, how long has this been around, the foundation itself?
At one point I heard about 1957
Wow.
is when it started. I see it right there. Yes, 1957.
Wow.
And it just continues to go on. And then, of course, it's a rare disease, so that's what we work on is awareness. And then they had National Ataxia Foundation, we say NAF for short, just help awareness, and that's what helps with funding and everything. Because research is very expensive, and
Yeah,
that's what they need. Help.
I know you're a support group leader, and I know that you have that website, Ataxia Rocks.
Oh, yes.
What is that all about? I know I'm on the website. I'm a member of your
Yeah,
website.
Ataxia rocks. What I did, someone mentioned it to me about a couple of years, or maybe a year before I started the group. It'll be 3 years in July. What we do is on the front of the rock, just paint something nice. Even if you can't because our writing or fine motor skills, it just helps keep you moving. It's
Hmm.
a nice way. It's for awareness, and kids love to find it. So on the back of the rock, we always put the hashtag Ataxia Rocks, the website, ataxia.org, in the middle, wherever you would like to, on the back of the rock, in your city and state, if you like. And it's just for awareness. And, there's counties and states that like to do this kind of stuff. So,
Yeah, I've been looking through the site. I know you have well over 500 members on there,
yeah.
and I'm looking
Well,
at, and some of them are beautiful.
yeah,
Some of
you
the
got lucky.
I you're making. I see you making. You're designing the masks also.
She is Jan in Tampa Bay, which is 3 hours or 2.5 hours west of me in Florida.
Uh huh.
And yeah.
Uh,
And this is great for people to that have ataxia, that are sitting at home, just to see the pictures and have fun, or if they do some rocks and
if if you got
paint them, it just gets them moving.
if you got, do you have the website for that? You can put that out there right
What's
now.
I just say go to YouTube. I said go to YouTube and just type in, beginner rock.
But
Beginner rock. That's how I started.
well, I have the website, and I'm gonna attach it to the episode that we're gonna put out on Monday, so
Thank
people can go
you.
there. But it's a beautiful site. I've yet to get through the whole site, and I've been going through it for a couple of weeks now. But it's
We
beautiful.
had a nice video made too
Oh, do you?
a couple of years ago. Yeah, right. When you log in, it's the first one under announcements.
Uh huh.
There's a video of the rocks. Yeah.
And what I was reading something. Someone said you take them and you put them out, but don't leave them at a zoo or something because kids might throw them.
That's what I put under the description, because I actually saw my nephews and nieces. They get all excited, and actually in the flower beds, I said, and in the zoo, they actually tell you, don't, the kids, you can't take the rocks in the zoo because kids are throwing them at the animals.
Oh, 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 oh.
So I put that in the rules or description. That's all.
Oh,
That too, because I've seen it.
I didn't know what was going on with that. I read that a couple of times, and it's like, what happened? What happened there? But no, I thought it was great. I I
Yeah.
I just at heart, I used to paint before I have some problems with my hands, but I used to paint years ago, and I just love art. You have a promotion coming up, an auction, right, on the
Well,
16th.
yeah, we were going. It's called the Walk and Roll to Cure Ataxia, and we usually set up tents, have a couple hundred people out there and stuff like that. But right now it's virtual, so there's nobody due to the situation that's going on. And I will do Facebook Live at the start. I will go around with a couple family members, so we will have 10 or less go around the lake and do the walk. And what I have are a few items to raffle. I can still do the raffle on Facebook Live and Zoom. I will do that at my office and a couple hours after I go around the lake. But yes, it's to help raise awareness, and anything we can do is share. That is a wonderful thing, and because not too many people ever heard of the word ataxia.
Well, we're going to make sure that everybody hears of the word ataxia.
We have, thank you.
We're going to make sure.
That's what my friends say. They said they never heard of it, only from me.
Well, we're going to make sure everybody hears of it. Now, is there a phone number or a web address that people can contact you at?
Oh, yes. It's my phone number I use. It's 772-370-3041.
Okay.
You called me on that. It's the same one. And my email is lisacoleataxia@gmail.com.
Now,
Yes.
I just want to make sure. I want to make sure people get that straight because I messed that up yesterday. So
Okay.
it's LISACOLEATAXIA @gmail.com.
Correct.
See that? I learned how to spell today. That's great. And again, you can go to Famous Apple and you'll see the flyer for the
yes, just go on that website. Their link, the website. It's the mobile cause. It's for the fundraising.
And it's a good cause. It's definitely it's an excellent cause. And
it tells you everything on the website. It's mobilecause.com, the Ataxia Walk TC.
And I think everybody should get involved. Everybody.
Yes, and then you just scroll down and you click on raffle entries, and you can just buy a few raffle entries. You can see the pictures of what's going to be raffled and what the 2 grand prizes are.
Are you going to tell us what the grand prizes are?
They are the Plum Med. It's in Port St. Lucie for 2 people. It's a gift certificate to play golf.
Ooh.
Then you have Jaffa, which is like lotions and things like that. Color Street. Oh, Panera Bread. Is there a Panera Bread up in New York?
Of course there is. Panera Bread's
there's
everywhere.
Panera Bread. One is I can't see the picture. One is the bread of the month, and the other one is lunch for a year. So
Really?
I'd say the products are worth about $300 each.
Cool.
For the grand prizes. All we do is say, if you get 5 or more raffle entries, you get into the grand prize. Now, the other raffle entries, they're $10 an entry or ticket raffle.
Mm-hmm.
And they're worth $50. They're like Olive Garden, Bonefish Grill, Chili's. I made sure I picked the cards that are for large companies.
Now,
like Pass Pro Shop, Staples.
well, you just named the shopping center up the road from me.
And you could shop online and put in your gift cards, but it's $50 worth of gift cards.
There's a Bass Pro Shop. There's Chili's. There's an Olive Garden. I'm set. I have to buy tickets.
But you'll see the pictures right online. You go to that website and you'll see the pictures of it. But this is nice for the awareness.
It definitely is.
Yeah.
It definitely is. And like I said, it's a great cause. And anyone that wants to find out about this, go to the National Ataxia Foundation website. You have to. It's very easy reading. It's not very clinical reading. It's very easy reading, very easy to understand, and you'll be amazed. You'll get entranced in the reading, and you won't want to stop. Before you know it, you'll be looking at it for an hour. I know it happened to me, and it's just interesting. There's no other way to put it.
And about becoming a member is free.
Well, see that? I didn't know that.
Yeah, go to the website, and right there on the first page. Oh, and plus, if you go to that website, you'll see me twice on the front page.
Ah, there you go. That's worth it. Now, will you sign your picture?
Well, sure.
I see. I'll have people. Well, I'll send the picture in. I want an autograph.
You got it.
There you go.
No problem.
Well, this all sounds really good, Lisa. It really does. And you know what? I have one more question. The support group that you lead, is this like a regional group that you lead?
Well, at first, before this happened, the pandemic, I was doing every other month in person, traveling for support group meetings. We always had 10 or less people anyway, because it's a rare disease. And
Right.
It's amazing that there are a couple. And now I've been doing virtual meetings on Zoom every week and through April and May, and having different people be subjects. But so it could be anybody from anywhere. We even had 2 weeks ago had a gentleman from UK
Really?
join in. Yeah, it's according to the time zone. I'm sorry, I don't figure those out. There's some people that do figure out the times for other people. And I don't. I just say 11 o'clock. U.S. my time. And if you join, you join.
That's really good. That's
yeah.
And now, did you hear the last one, the last interview I did with Mark and Courtney?
Yeah.
They're from Canada. From Ontario.
Yeah. I get on his, he's doing one like every week right now, or it's going to change, but I get on his too. It's just nice for people to be aware of it, and so you don't feel alone. A lot of these people can't go anywhere, so I'm going to keep up the Zoom once a month anyway, too. Because it's, to help people who have ataxia so they don't feel too alone. It's just, when you hear only one story who's happy, and that's happy to find out about this group and to log on and do that, she's happy, and it makes you feel good that you're helping someone.
Of course, and that's what we were talking about earlier. It's nice to know that you're not alone, that there's someone else out there, and I think when you know that there's somebody else out there in the same position, that it gives you courage. If I'm saying that right, it gives you a little bit of oomph behind you that you're not the only one. That's what I'm trying to get at.
Yeah, and this is from what I went through, and I feel so bad that it's been 7 years now that I got diagnosed, and it took me a couple of years to get over it myself, what happened, but it's like, I just want to help others, and it makes you feel good.
Of course. Of course it does.
Yeah.
And I don't know, there's a social element to it also, that where you can relate. It's nice to relate to others who know exactly what you're going through, where others wouldn't be aware of it.
Right, and that's what I like to do when we're back to being out, able to safely go out in public. I like to do the awareness again. I set up the tables and the materials, and it's nice to know that people are interested and they appreciate it.
Definitely.
Not that they have it, but they, it's just nice to get the word out.
Exactly. Exactly. Well, it's been nice chatting with you today.
Thank you. Nice talking to you too.
I'm so glad we got in contact and we finally got this. We finally got together and we're able to talk. So one more time, it's on the 16th. We're gonna have this. We're gonna have this raffle,
Yes.
and they can
It'll be 11:30.
11:30.
At 11:30, yes.
And they can contact you at. Let me just see. I got it written down here. They can call you at 772-370-3041.
Yes.
And they can email you at Lisa Cole Ataxia. That's LISACOLEATAXIA @gmail.com.
Yes.
And get involved, people. Get involved. Buy a raffle ticket. It's $10. $10. Buy a raffle ticket. You go to Panera Bread or Bass Pro Shops. Bass Pro Shops. Fishing season's coming. I know in South Carolina they opened up the fishing. They opened up fishing for the people. You can go fishing as long as you socially stay away from each other. But they opened up fishing season. It opens up tomorrow, Saturday, I think. Yeah. And, well, New York, they're not opening anything. But Bass Pro Shops still. Or Panera Bread. Have it delivered to the house. Pick it up at the curb. Or Olive Garden. Taste of Italy. But, Lisa, I want to thank you very much for stopping by today. And I want to stay in touch. I want to keep in touch with you. You'll be one of our resident experts on this.
That'd be wonderful. Thank you.
Yeah, definitely. I want to stay in touch with you. We'll definitely have you back on. I want to find out what happens after the 16th. You know, I want to find out how the 16th went, and we'll talk again.
Okay. Sounds great.
All right, Lisa, thank you very much, and I'll be talking with you. Well, that was Lisa Cole, and she's from the National Ataxia Foundation. Can you imagine going 40 years and not knowing that you have this gene inside of you that's going to cause this problem for you later on down the road? But she's a strong woman, and she's got a great outlook on life. A great outlook on life. Hey, look, join Lisa on Saturday, May 16, 2020. At 9 a.m., Lisa's going to be on Facebook Live. You can participate by doing a walk on your own and documenting it with pictures and videos. At 11:30 a.m., they're going to have the raffle announcements. Now, you can purchase your raffle tickets by going to the link www.ataxia.org/walktc. That's www.ataxia.org/walktc. Or you can text Ataxia Walk TC to 71777. You can purchase tickets by texting treasure to 91999. For more information, you can contact Lisa Cole at 772-370-3041 or email her at Lisa Cole Ataxia. That's LISACOLEATAXIA @gmail.com. Email her. She likes to get email. Tell her I said so. But whatever you do, join her on May 16th and take a shot. Buy a ticket or two. And they're great prizes. These aren't like stuffed animals that you're going to stick on a shelf to collect dust. These things you're going to use. Bass Pro Shop, Panera Bread, Olive Garden. You're going to use them. I know I would. If you're winning, you don't want to use them, send them to me. But get involved. This is a good cause. Like I said, this woman had this disease for 40 years. She had the gene inside of her for 40 years before she even knew it. And then it just attacked her like that. Imagine that. Just imagine. Imagine how many other people are out there. So this is great. This is great to get the awareness out there. And think about it yourself. Suppose you had this disease. They said there's 150,000 known people with this disease in the U.S. 150,000 isn't a lot when you compare it to the size of this country. Imagine how alone you would feel. So let's make people aware of what this disease is all about, and bring them out of the shadows. Let them know that they're not alone. All right? So do that for me, please. If nothing else, contact Lisa. Contact her, write her, tell her hello, ask her for information about ataxia. But get involved. Somehow get involved. Visit the websites. All right, you've been listening to An Apple a Day. I want to remind you, no one ever went blind by looking at something from the bright side. So always look at something from the bright side. And remember this, things can always be worse. Right now, there's somebody somewhere that wishes they were in your position. So things can always be worse, my friends. Look, have a great day. I'm going to be talking to you a lot this week. So listen up for me. I'll probably be back tomorrow. You've been listening to An Apple a Day. My name is Jimmy Apple. And remember this, laughter is the best medicine.
Thanks for listening to An Apple a Day with Jimmy Apple, your gateway to a happy, healthy life. Join our community at www.famousapple.com. See you next time.